All right, here we go. Hey, you guys, I want to welcome you to my demonstration. My name is Sean, and I am here to show you guys how to trade Forex fast, immediately, right away. From A to Pay, I'm going to be your guide on how to get your account set up, how to look for trades to take, and how to know roughly how much money you're going to make or what kind of a protective stop you're going to get your account hit on, okay? All right. And so now, both you guys, you guys have your demo account already set up and ready to go on your phones, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. And Tamika, I know you have your trading view basic account set up correctly as well, right?
Correct.
And then Darren, yeah, we'll get to yours in just a moment. And so I want to thank you guys for joining the video. You guys could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're here with me, and I supremely appreciate that. And I will make every effort to make this transition into learning something as easy and seamless as possible, okay? So let's get into it. This is Trade Forex Fast. And the first thing, you guys, we're going to concentrate on is how to enter into the market. And you guys can see my screen, is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. Great. All right, so this website is TradingView. This website, you will come here to do your, we call them markups of chart, to know where to enter in on your phone from your broker account or your computer as well, if that's what you prefer. So we are going to go to a commodity. This commodity is called gold, actual metal, the value of the metal of gold. Actually, let's do something more Forex, more of a Forex pair. This is a pair you trade in the foreign exchange as well, but it's not a pair per se. It's just one commodity. Let's go to something that's been hot and been in the news for like the last year. And this is going to be the U.S. dollar versus the Japanese yen, U.S. versus China trade wars. Okay. So what I have on my chart are bars. We also call them candlesticks. And next to the pair, this United States dollar versus the yen, we have 1H, which is representative of 1 hour. Okay. Now every bar or every candlestick you see is representative of 1 hour of time. So right now, this bar that we are on means that this pair, which is the dollar versus the yen, is at 108.55. You guys see that?
Yes.
Yes.
We are going to teach you and everyone watching how to enter in to what could be a successful trade and make you some money, either on demo or live. And this is the first, all you have to do is just pay attention carefully to what I do. You can mimic it just about the same way. When I first come to a chart, I am able to draw what are called channel lines. I'm going to show you how to do that. It's just connecting two price points on opposite ends of each other in a channel. So I'm going to give you an example of a channel line that was already in play. So I'm going to make my first line down here, connect to these price points. I'm going to make my next one up here. Now you see when price came into this channel, touched the bottom, came up and touched the top, came down and touched the bottom, came up and touched the top, and then went into another separate channel. So this is touch 1, touch 2, touch 3, touch 4, touch 5, and then it created another channel. And this is what price does on just about every pair or every stock constantly. They will give you about 5 touches or so inside of a channel, and then it will go to another area. What we try to do on our team is capture move 2 to 3, 3 to 4, and 4 to 5, because those are high percentage winnable trades. Okay. Now, this is how you draw a channel line. You're going to come here, click once. You're going to find 2 areas of a price point. So let's go up here for this one. I connected this to this, and we're going to go and do another channel. We're going to connect these lines up here. Now, the next thing that you are going to enter, and remember, do not worry about what these things mean, things like that. We'll get into that later. We just want to show you how to set it on your charts so you can get into a trade without knowing much, because this is how to trade Forex fast. So this is literally your first step already completed. You got your channel line drawn. Now, we are going to go and drag our mouse to indicators and strategies. We are going to type in what is on my screen. Ikimoku cloud. When you select that, it will appear on your chart like this. Now, I know you guys are looking like, what in the heck is that? But I'm just going to show you how to trade that. So we're going to set the parameters that we need to set to look like mine. So once this appears on your chart, you're going to go to the cog for settings. You're going to select input and make sure that this is correct, which should be automatically pre-populated, 9, 26, 52, and 26. Then you're going to go to style. I would like you to change your conversion line to this blue. Change your baseline to this red. Your lagging line should be a noticeable green. Lead line 1 and 2 can be representative of these colors. I would like your plots background color 0 to be this blue, and to turn up your opacity to about 79 to 80%. I would like you to go to color 1 under plots background and change it to this red. I'm gonna like your opacity to be about, again, 70%. Hit OK. Now, what this does, it makes your Carolina blue noticeable and your cherry red noticeable, because these are important areas that we are going to be paying attention to. Okay.
Sean,
Yes, ma'am.
I apologize. I was writing at the time and I missed where you go to add the Ichimoto part of it.
Oh, the Ikimoku. Okay. Sure. You go drag your mouse up here to indicators.
Okay.
Click that and you type ICHIMOKU. And it's the Ikimoku cloud.
Got it. So I can make it a fancy's favorite too. Awesome.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
All right. Now, on your phones, I would like you to open up your MetaTrader app, MetaTrader 4 app. Let me know when you guys open it. Darren, I know you're watching from your phone. You can still click on the app while watching, while the video is in the background.
Okay.
And let me know when you guys get there.
I'm there.
You there, Tamika?
I'm looking at quotes.
Yes, and we're looking for USD JPY.
Okay, so
Okay.
I have it. Yes.
And on the left side, it's 108.147, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
And on the right side, 108.55.
Yeah.
108.155.
Yes.
So yeah, that is where current price is at. The small difference in price between 147 and 155 is how much the difference is the broker is between the real price, because you have a spread with your broker. All right, so we are looking at the same chart now. So what I want you guys to do is click USD JPY and then click chart on your phone.
Okay.
Okay.
Top right hand corner, change the time to H1, which is hour 1. So 1 hour per bar or candle. And I know you
H1?
guys, I'm sorry?
Said H1?
Yes. And I know you guys watching with us cannot see their phones on what they're doing, but don't worry, it'll still all come together. You still can trade from your computer or pay attention on your computer as well and not miss much because you can't see the other people's phones, but that's all right. So now, when I come to my computer in the morning and I'm looking to make some money, potential money off of a trade, you guys, what I am simply looking for large candles, such as the one my mouse is on. You see where my mouse is at? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where my mouse is at?
Yeah. Yes.
This is a large candle inside of the red cloud, correct?
And you're saying large because it's fatter than the others, or large because of its height?
Because of its height.
Okay.
All right, so now that we see that inside this red cloud, what I am simply looking for are large candles pushing out of the red or blue clouds to the top side, so I may enter into what is called a buy, because it is a high percentage that when you are on the hour chart like we are on and you see a large candle push out of the cloud, it is a highly percentage trade that is going to go up at least 10 points or more. So what I have done is I have clicked on this ruler right here, and I am going to measure from the top of this red cloud until I get to 10 pips on my screen, or 10 points. You can call it pips or points, it doesn't matter. And right here, we have achieved our 10, okay? So on your phone or on your computer, what you would be looking for is for this candle to be a large candle to be poking out of the red cloud. And when you see that happen, you are going to immediately go to your phone. You are going to look for the word trade in the top right-hand corner. And you are going to click buy by market. Because this is a high percentage trade that will, on a high percentage basis, net you equal money. How much money, you ask? Well, since we've got our 10 plus more to go, we're going to stick to measuring 10. So can you guys see this new website that I've just clicked on?
Yes.
This is called the currency converter. And this is going to teach you how much money you can possibly get per trade. So we are going to select USD. We are going to select our pair, USD JPY, because we're selecting the currency pair we're trading, and the deposit currency, which is we're trading with American dollars. So the pip amount was 10. Trade size means how much money you put on this trade from your account. So let's say that you decided to go $1 per point. On your MetaTrader app, you would type in 0.10, which is representative of $1 per point. And when that candle gets to 10 pips or points, you have $9.24. Just the decimal point is in the wrong place. You see that?
Yes.
In order to ensure that you lock that profit in, there is a place on the MetaTrader app and on the PC app where you can lock that in. You simply go and measure out 10 pips. And at the price point we are at would be about 107.903. And so I will see if my camera is showing. All right, I can't find the control bar, so I'll keep it running smoothly. You would see a place called Take Profit. And so you would simply type in that number of 107.903, because that is the place that you are going to have the trade automatically stop and take you out of the trade with your money if it goes up to that 10 pip or 10 point spot, okay? There is something above your take profit on your phone called your stop loss. And what this does, it stops your loss in case the trade goes against you for any reason. So once you get in, you would take your measuring stick over here and you're going to measure out the equivalent of 3% of your account, or about half of the expected points that you get, that you are trying to get. So here's 5.1. So just to keep it easy and simple, we're going to mark your stop loss at 5.1. And that on the screen, if you look, is 107.742. So that's what you enter as your stop loss, 107.742. So in effect, you guys, it's a 2-for-1 trade. You are risking 10 points. You are risking 5 points to achieve 10, 2 for 1. Now, back to the calculator. if you if you do $1 per point, you just got yourself $9.24. Instead of $1 per point, if you did $10 per point, you just got yourself $92.48. You see that?
Yes.
So just that quick, in the estimated amount of time of 2 hours or less, you just achieved $100 had you put $10 per point, or about $10 had you put a dollar per point. Whoops, I didn't mean to start that. Now, if you have a pretty sizable account, you can put more than $10 per point. You can put $20 per point. You just got yourself $184. It says 18.49, but you have to move the decimal point. $50 per point. You just got yourself $462 in a matter of 2 hours. $100 per point. Well, you just got almost $924.81. So it's extremely powerful. And that is the easiest, most fastest way, one of the easiest, most fastest ways that you can place yourself in a trade. And remember what specifically we are looking for are clouds with candles that push out of them, either from the top or from the bottom. I'll show you one coming from the bottom, right over here. You see this large red candle push through the top of the cloud and pierce the bottom of it?
Yes.
You are getting ready to make some money then if you see that, because all you have to do is wait for this candle to complete itself, and then you are going to enter into a trade right away. But instead of a buy, you are going to enter into a sell, because the candle is coming from the top side trying to pierce down, which is an indication price is going down. So in Forex, you buy when it's low and you sell when it's high. Price is high, so we are selling. Now, let's see how many points. If you got in right here at the tip, it did go against you for a little bit. It went against you by 8 points. But if you had the patience and trust and knowing that this was going to go in your direction eventually, then you will treat yourself to those 10 points. And if you were feeling a little lucky, you would treat yourself to up to 40 points or 40 pips. So what you would do to enter into this sale, you would just hit sale. You would guarantee yourself 10 pips by coming and entering in your take profit point, because I measured out 10, and when I stopped measuring out 10, it stopped at 107.98. So you would go and enter 107.98 as your take profit. If you happen to stay in it a little longer and you got the full 40 or 40 plus that it dropped, if you guys see that, let's see how much you would have won. Had you been playing with a dollar per point, we would have nailed about $3.69 for a dollar per point. If you did $10 per point, then you got yourself $36.99. 100 per point, and you got your, you'd have got yourself, 100 per point, you'd have got yourself $3,699. So this is the type of money that can be made, but keeping it realistic, with the account sizes you'll probably be starting out with, it'll be $1 per point. So you got yourself, $36.99. I originally said $3.69, but it's supposed to be $36.99 if you're doing $1 per point. You can do 10 cents per point as well. That's a super low risk. 0.01. And that's representative of $3.69. But overall, I would suggest $1 per point. You got yourself, $36.99. And that would have been, a matter of 10 hours of just letting this sit and come on down, and then bam, it automatically hit your take profit had you been going for 40 per point. I'm sorry, had you been going for 40 pips or points. And remember, this all started with a large candle pushing through the cloud going down. Let's go look at another example. Right next to it, we have a large candle pushing through a cloud going up. You would have taken that as a buy because you would have believed price to be going up, and you would have gotten more than your 10 pips. You would have gotten 14. And basically whatever dollar or whatever money per point you put that on, that's how much you make, just like I just showed you guys. Over here, we have a red candle. This one would have fooled you right here because this one is a large candle trying to push through the top. That kind of fooled you. Not every trade you will win, but it would have fooled you by -4 points. But this very next candle produced another candle going down, and then now you're looking at your chart like, oh, okay, we see what's going to happen. We see another candle going down, but it didn't pierce the cloud. None of these candles pierced the cloud. This one did. This next large red candle, which happened an hour later from each other candle, came through and not only pierced it, but pushed right through it. So as soon as you've seen, and you don't have to be looking at this stuff, you can actually set alarms for when this stuff happens. But when you seen this candle push through this cloud, it gave you your 10, it gave 20, it gave 30, it gave 40. So let's just say that's your third time today, third time of the day, or even third time of the week, making 40 points times whatever amount of money you want to put on it. Let's say you did that 3 times. So now you have made about $120 from just paying attention to these cloud bust throughs and entering into the trade on your phone. This right here is a very fast and very easy way to go from A to P trading Forex. You're looking for these large candles to push through the bottom or push through the top of the clouds. Here we have another one that pushed through this cloud, didn't go all the way through. This candle came up a little bit, but this next candle came and pushed, almost pushed through. We had to wait another hour. So this candle started inside and eventually came on and pushed down. And bam, you got your points. You got your money. This is live money people are making off the strategy. So another example, we have all these candles inside this cloud right here. And we have this large candle come and push up through the top. So are we going to enter into a buy or a sell, you guys?
Buy.
Absolutely, because when something is going up, you want to acquire it because it's going up in value. You want to buy. So you would have gotten your 10 plus more, plus more, plus more, if you were sitting here watching it, plus more.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
All right. So I am going to play devil's advocate, right? So let's just say I was watching it, but I was watching it around the 12 o'clock mark, and I see it's in the cloud, and I start to see the upward motion, let's just call it. Are you saying that it's better always to wait until we see it push out of the cloud, not when we see necessarily the trend looking like it's going that way?
Great question. If you feel like it or have the time, you can sit and watch it or come back to your computer every now and then to monitor the trend yourself to get precision pinpoint accuracy. Or you can set an alert near the top or just inside the cloud. I like to set mine just inside to give me enough time to sit down to the computer. So you come here to the area, you hit your right click on your mouse, and you hit add alert. Send yourself a message, buy, and hit create. And it then pops up over here. And you know that loud alarm that sounded when you guys first signed on to the Zoom? You heard that?
Yes.
That was an alert letting me know that one of my trades was ready to go. But I went on and skipped it because I wanted to, go ahead and show you guys this, because our trades will always be there for me.
Okay.
So when
I really appreciate that. I do have a very, very beginner question.
Sure.
All right. So you chose US dollar versus a yen for a reason, I'm assuming. Where is it that you decide what are the 5 or 6 items that you're going to watch, this week, this month, or how does that part work?
Great question. What I do when I get up in the morning before our class starts, I come here to the calculator. I start at the top and I go through. I only did this once. This part I'm about to show you now. I see what pays good and what doesn't pay good. So if I'm click on Australian dollar versus the Canadian dollar, this only pays $761 if you do $10 per point. If you go to the Australian dollar versus the US dollar, which is a stronger currency than the Canadian, then you get your full $100 for every 10 points if you go $10 a point, because 10 times 10 is 100.
Okay.
So again, Audi CAD, you only get about 761 bucks if it goes 10 points in your favor at $10 a point, or a full $10 a point when it goes 10 points in your favor at $10 a point. Now you got your $1,000. So I stay away from Audi CAD. Australian versus the CHF, which is the Swiss franc economy, that pays a little more. That'll pay you $1,001. However, Australian dollar versus NZD, that'll only pay you $670.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but
So now that I know which pairs pay the most, because I go through 70% of this list, I go through. And I go through to check whichever pair is going to pay me more than $800 for every 10 pips times a dollar, times $10.
look for 800 or more.
That's what I do. My favorite pair is the GBP, the British pound versus JPY, the Japanese yen. That pays $924 for every 10 pips times $10. I go through every pair to see if a cloud is close to a bar or inside a bar. I'm moving my screen over. And look at this. I made some money off this morning. I woke up, I seen that this candle was pushing through this cloud. That was all I needed to see. Go to my phone in my bed before I even got to my computer. Buy. I got about 30 bucks off of this. That's all I needed to see. Now, I drew trend lines here because trend lines are a little bit more advanced. If you are at the bottom of a trend line, you do not have to wait for the candle to push through the red cloud. You could have hit buy right here because price was playing along the trend line. It tried to slam into it, but it got rejected and headed right back up into the form of a green candle. Now this takes perfect timing because this happened like in a matter of minutes. It came down, slammed, and came right back above the bottom of the trend line. So you would have hit buy right there. If you'd have caught that and took it all the way up to the top, you'd have got you 81 pips or points.
Wow.
Type in 81 times $10. I would have got 750 bucks by just letting that ride for 3 hours or less. $749. That is the equivalent of a very decent paycheck on a weekly basis. Know that?
In a few hours.
With the right amount of
Research.
money, well, no, with the right amount of money per point. Even if you would have, instead of 10 bucks, if you would have did $1, you would have got you $74, just like that. That's a bill. That's an average bill paid, just like that. So you then, if you're done, you go ahead and you go to your broker. There's an option. I'm kind of speeding this up, but you hit cash out and it sends it to your bank such and such amount of days later. Your money. This is what I've been studying since December 2017. This is what took me out of my passion of video gaming.
This will take anybody out of anything. Whoa. Okay, so, all right. Again, devil's advocate question. Show me where people can really make mistakes, where it just looks like it's about to work, but it doesn't.
Right here. But this is where patience comes into play. If you're watching this live, if you're impatient and you see this pierce or look like it just pierced the bottom of this cloud, impatient Sean, which used to exist would have hit sell, right?
Yeah.
And then it pushed back up against me.
Mm-hmm.
12, negative 12, negative 22, negative 35. Now let's say if I had $10 per point and I just lost 37 pips times $10. That's how much I lost.
Right. But you could have made
Well,
if you
not
just waited.
well, not could have made. I could have avoided that loss if I just would have waited, because we do not hit buy or sell when candles are in this cloud. We wait until the push out. This right here probably would have gotten me because it came and pushed out, but it yanked right back in. And if you were a little over hesitant, I'm sorry, a little overzealous, the only thing you would have gotten is a maximum of 6 points on that one before it pushed back in, if you were waiting for it to pop out the top to buy.
Okay.
So that's why you want to wait for the large body to push through, not the wick is what we call this right here. This little part, like the wick of a candle.
Mm-hmm.
Want to wait for a large body to push through, but sometimes wick of the candles can be just enough for like this one right here. This was a gamble because this is a small wick that pushed through, but you got lucky because the next candle was a large body that pushed through. So if you would have hit this early, you would have got lucky and won. But if you would have waited, you wouldn't have been sweating and wonder if you're going to get lucky. You waited to this next candle form a large body out of it. Even if you got in late, you would have got more than 10. That's 15 down there. So let's look at Bitcoin, you guys. I won some money off of Bitcoin this morning as well. I'll show you where. However, it was on a different time frame. Instead of 1 hour, I switched it to the daily because this works on the daily as well. So instead of 1 hour per bar, it's a full 24 hours per bar, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I did was, now I can tell you this morning used to be a full bar past here. Used to be a full bar past here, but price sucked back on up into the cloud. But price did come on out. So it wasn't always this skinny wick. It was a full bar. So what I did was I hit a sale and I got about, I put 10 cents on it and I came out with about $8 within about, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, that was on every candle was a day. Let's go to the hour. This right here is sideways movement. You don't trade this either. When it came into the cloud, it's going sideways instead of more of a pronounced up and down. However, sooner or later, when you are looking at these candles and seeing they are pushing outside, pushing outside, pushing outside, and you're like, man, one of these is going to go down eventually. So bam, you see this one form kind of a fat body. This one right here form kind of a fat body. This one is next. And you're waiting another hour, and then bam, you see another one push even further out. Take that sale right there. Take that sale right there. Bitcoin counts its pips or points differently. This move within a half of a day made a maximum of 5,490 points. 5,490 pips. So what's 10 cents times that? What's 10 cents times 5,490?
The answer is $549 US.
You hear that? 12
Yeah.
hours. 12 hours, $550 off of a 10-cent trade. You basically took the money in your trading account and you hit 0.01, which is 10 cents. And that got you $550 in 12 hours. Man, stop playing with me, man. Listen, you guys, my mom passed more than a decade ago, left me nothing. My dad passed a month ago, left me nothing. I will not leave this earth without leaving my kids something. And this is how I do it, without working and hoping a job keeps me there for 40 years. Minimum amount required to get your retirement, pension, and all that crap, right? Listen,
excuse me,
depending on where you live and how much your rent is, $100 to $200 per day at 4 or 5 days a week will keep your job away.
yeah, okay, let's talk about that. When you're trading Forex like this, the different different currencies, comparing two different currencies, is there a time limit on the time that you can trade or days?
Good question. When you're trading crypto pairs such as Bitcoin, Litecoin, so on and so forth, they are open 24/7, 7 days a week. When you are trading currency pairs, one country's currency against another, like the dollar versus the yen, they are open 5 days a week, 24 hours a day. It's closed from Friday at 5 p.m. until Sunday at 5 p.m. It is closed.
Okay.
But so 5 days a week, 24 hours a day for regular pairs. You can also use this for regular stocks. Let's go to a famous stock.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's go to Apple. What happened right here? Large candle came and pushed through.
Yep. Okay.
324 stock points on Apple. Large candle pushes through. 175 stock points on Apple. Another large candle pushes through. This just kept on going. I don't have a calculator for Apple, so I don't know how much you would have gotten if you had to put $1 per point. I don't know how to calculate that. Right here, just recently on July 22nd, large candle pushing through. It also pushed through the bottom of this channel line that I drew. So even though I said no trading in this cloud, if you have advanced skills and you drew your trend line, channel line, and price was at the bottom, you take it, because price ain't more than likely, it's not going to crash through more than likely, because you got your cloud right here. And an hourly trend line is a strong trend line or channel line. But if you won't want to use the channel line, you still got your points by waiting for it to push up out the cloud.
All right. I think this is a good learning moment. Can we zoom in a little bit?
Sure.
Please. Okay, so I understand what you're saying at 12:30, or where it has 22, where if you were an advanced student, that would have been a good place to buy if you had your channel line drawn. I heard you say that part, excuse me. So my question is this where you would have drawn that 5-point axis thing to know that that's your trend line? Because otherwise, where does that trend line come from if if we started at 22 and we didn't know the future yet?
Oh, great question. So
basically, we got to move back, I guess.
well, in order to answer that question, I got to get a little, I got to add on another educational piece, which is called using your Fibonacci for future channel lines. And I don't want to confuse you guys too much, but let me see if I can find a place that in the past, let me turn off the cloud, find a place in the past that is similar
Was
to
a
where
line.
we are at now. So let's take this top. I'm going to look for the Fibonacci tool. And I'm going to go from top to about where it is a common place that it levels off at, which is about right here. Now that we've done that, you see this line right here, this is where current price is at to let us know since we went back in the past.
Okay.
This is where current price is at. Current price is between the 618, 0.618 and 0.50, 0.5. The 618 and the 0.5 are the two most powerful places of areas you can enter into a trade. There is something about the equation of 0.618, and it appears, this equation, like it's a ratio that appears in almost everything. Every seed of every fruit, every fingerprint, every crown of every head, every horn of every animal, every bark of every tree has a ratio of 0.618. So some call it like the God number of God, the true number of God. I mean, if you do a Google search, I'm sorry, not a Google search, a YouTube search, you will find hundreds of videos about the golden ratio of 0.618. It's a ancient mathematical equation that was lost and rediscovered by an Italian with the last name of Fibonacci. And it is believed that this ancient mathematical equation came out of ancient Kemet, which is the old name of Egypt. Chemistry derived from the word Kemet. So Fibonacci is believed to have rediscovered this and brought it to the modern civilization. So yeah, I encourage you guys to look at, you know, YouTube videos entitled similar to this. Like it's crazy how this number pops up everywhere. And so people use it to literally get rich and change their lives. But I got off track a little bit. So now, this slanted line is a future trend line. And with just a little adjustment, you can see your future channel lines, basically. But I didn't want to talk too much about channel lines. I just wanted to draw them to so we can know where we are, whether we're on the bottom of a channel line or near the top.
Okay.
But overall, you know, but as long as you have your cloud and your candles pushing out of your cloud, that is a way, that is a technique you can use to trade Forex fast. You go from A to P. Before starting this, I recommend that you set yourself up with a demo account with the app MetaTrader 4. also a PC program. And the broker you're going to use, I recommend is Hugo's Way. Broker Hugo's Way allows you to trade Forex pairs, stocks, commodities, energy such as oil, um, and crypto such as Bitcoin, Litecoin, things like that. The recommended amount to start trading real money, in my opinion, is $300 to put into your account as equity. And so I've effectively just showed you guys how to jump immediately into trading Forex, stocks, cryptos, indices, without knowing much about how to trade. You simply need to just keep this video as a reference, keep it up, keep it saved, whatever. And I'll show you what oil is looking like, aka gas prices. I also use this to know when gas prices are going to rise slightly, in our lives. Let me get rid of the trend line. All right, so these candles are inside the cloud. Darren, what are we gonna do when this candle pushes out? Buy or sell?
Bye.
Exactly, sir. As soon as it pushes out, we achieve the 10 points. However, this is actually 100, I'm sorry. We achieved the 10 way here by just that small portion of the candle, but it went up 100 points. Tamika, when this candle pushes through this large cloud, are we gonna buy or sell?
Where are you?
Right here. We got this large candle pushing through that cloud. We're gonna buy that or sell that.
That's a buy.
No, that is a sell, queen, because it's going through the bottom, so it's going down. So you want to sell something that is dropping. That's okay. That's okay. And if you would have done that, if you would have sold, you would have gotten your 10 points. So let me see. Mika, here's a large candle pushing through the bottom of the cloud. Are we buying or are we selling?
Selling.
Absolutely. Did you get your 10? Yep, you sure did. It's so quick to get your 10 with oil because the minimum amount of pips or points you want to get on any trade is at least 10. Here's a tricky one. Now, Tamika, if you've seen this large candle come in its tip, its wick just pushed out of this cloud, you still feel comfortable buying that? Yeah, because the body turned into a large candle.
But where are we? Like, where?
Oh, right here.
Like, okay. But like, so that's the right now moment. If that's all I saw.
Yeah, that's the right now. That's all you saw. Like, forget you saw all of that. Forget
Okay.
just this tip, which now, when it came out, it transformed into a large body.
And it's outside the cloud.
Mhm.
I would buy.
Yep. You would have easily got your 10 within 1 hour or less. Actually, that's like the whole candle is 1 hour all the way from the bottom to the top. So this is like maybe, I don't know, 10 minutes. And let's say if you put $10 per point, that's $100 in 10 minutes. This area, on this area, which is the holiday time, price played in this cloud for a while, the day after the holiday. But eventually a large candle came pushing out. You would have got your 10 plus more. So yeah, that's oil. This works on just about every currency pair. You either want to take a sell when or take a buy when price is pushing up, or a sell when price is pushing below. When you enter, you just simply grab your ruler, find your entry mark, and measure out 10 in the future. Even though these candles technically aren't here because we're measuring out 10 in the future, you just go to your phone, you place your marker at the bottom of it, and you find that you're at 59.67. So you enter that as your take profit. And it automatically hits your take profit and takes you out to sell. There are things you can do if you think it's going to go further into profit. There are things you can do to make sure you stay in the trade, which is riskier, but I'll cover that another day. All right, so, are there any questions?
No, she answered all the well, asked all the good ones.
Well, I do have a couple more. Well, they're more like kind of review questions, and one of them is, will this video be made available to your participants? And B, can you go back to the setting up my trading view, because I accidentally locked myself out.
Well, it's okay. Yes, this will be available to the public. Anybody can access this after I publish it. To set up your trading view, all right, so let me know where you are at on your trading view.
I'm trying to even see if I'm in it, but let's see if it's, because it says I was locked out. All right, I'm looking at chart. Should I share my screen?
Yeah, you can share your screen.
You gonna stop the video? Okay. You with me?
Yep, I can see you.
Okay.
All right, so now hit X on the X right up under Apple Incorporated.
There's an X somewhere. Oh, this one?
Yep. Now click on indicators. Click on, yep, now type in ICHI and then just select Ikimoku Cloud. Top. Oh, I don't, okay. All right, you selected it 3 times somehow. Hit X, X that out, and then hit X on 2 of them.
Right here.
Yep. All right, now click the settings cog. That is one icon over from the X. Uh-oh.
Looks like I need a mouse or something. All right.
There it goes. So those settings are correct. Now, for style, that's how you change this to alter the cloud. And you just refer to the beginning of the video to make sure your colors are right, but they look right to me. what we're going to do is we're going to go down to color 0. And then make it like a sky Carolina blue. Turn your opacity to 70. All right, and then now click on color 1. No, yeah, over on the left side right there. And look for like a cherry type bright, cherry neon red or something. I'd say the second one right there. And turn your opacity to 70 on that one. And you're done.
Great.
You click OK. No, I click OK. Oh yeah, it say it was default. Yep. And click OK.
All righty.
And yeah, and to change to the, you can do this off the daily time frame as well, but you can also go to where the D is next to the 5 and 15 minute and click hour. And yes, you guys, we have just successfully showed you how to trade Forex fast from A to P. And I have a class starting soon. Is there any other questions I can address from you guys?
No, sir.
No.
Now, our class will be open to the public whenever it starts. I'll forward you guys the link. And if you want to jump on, you can jump on. My mentor is Mr. Daniel Kelly. Certainly a multimillionaire, and it is a pleasure to speak to someone of that caliber on a daily basis.
All right.
All right. Well, thanks you guys for joining my Zoom. And I will send you guys this video, and it will be available for public consumption if you know anybody else that wants to view it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right. See you guys later.
Bye.